Hey everyone, welcome back to the new episode of Road to Rust. In this episode, I will be telling you about how to configure Rust build environment so we can compile our Rust code and start writing our code in Rust. So let's open our link which help us to install our Rust development tools to compile our first code. So this is a link which we need to open to get the tools for Rust. So now, as we can see that there are using a RustUp is recommended. We have seen it's written on their website. So what is RustUp? So RustUp is a tool chain which will help you to manage the version of the Rust compiler and other stuff. So we will be directly downloading RustUp, so we can easily configure the Rust all the build tools and other stuff easily. So let's directly click on download RustUp init.exe. I will be downloading a 64-bit and then let's click on it. So it will open a terminal in which we can see that it's showing us welcome to Rust, blah blah blah, and everything, and where it will go and install it, and all the stuff we can see on our screen. So now it's asking for us to proceed with a standard installation or customize installation or cancel the installation. So let's keep it simple and directly go with the standard installation. So let's press 1 and press enter. So now as we can see, it's installing multiple things like Cargo, Clippy, Rust docs, Rust std. So we will be learning most of the things in a future videos. Let's just set up our development environment just for now. So let's wait for it. So it will install it. So now we can see that Rust is installed now. And now when we press enter, so it will close the terminal for us. So how can we check that our Rust environment or Rust tools are successfully installed or not? So let's press enter. And now let's open a terminal and let's press or let's enter cargo to see that our Rust environment is set up or not. So cargo, I will be explaining you in the future videos what is cargo, why we use cargo and other stuff, but let's verify that our build tools are set up correctly or not. So when I hit enter, as we can see that we see all these cargo usages, options and commands, etc, etc. So this verify that yes, our Rust has been installed in our in our Windows. So now if we want to install a Rust up in our Linux machine, so now again we need to jump on our Rust website where we have directly installed the installer and installed the Rust up on our Windows. But if we want to install our Rust up in our Linux, so there is a command they have shared. So let's copy it and let's type Ubuntu, which will open a WSL for us, which we used in our multiple videos. So we will be using the same Ubuntu Linux WSL Windows subsystem to see how we can use a Rust up using a Linux. But in our video, we will be using Windows on which we will be doing our programming and other stuff. But now I will be just telling you about how to configure the Rust build tools on your Linux machine. So just copy it, and when you hit enter, it will start downloading the installer, and same as we seen on the Windows, when you press 1 it will install everything, download, and it will help you to set up all the stuff on your Linux subsystem. Once it will get installed, we will also do the verification as we have done on our Windows. So let's wait for it to get installed. So now Rust is also installed on our Ubuntu machine. So now let's verify on the Linux that it's working fine or not. So let's type cargo, same as we have done in Windows, and hit enter. So it will show you the same option, usages and commands, etc, etc, which means the Rust up has been set up on our Windows subsystem as well successfully. So this is all about installing build tools for Rust in our Windows and Linux subsystem. In the next video, we will be seeing how to create our first project and start compiling our code using a Rust development environment. For this, we will be using a Visual Studio Code and a Rust build tools, and I will be installing some of the extensions in our Visual Studio Code like an IntelliSense and other stuff, which will help us in a long way to write our Rust code. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have learned about how to set up your Rust environment in Windows and Linux. So thank you guys. Subscribe my channel, like my video. See you in the next video.